It looked like G-Unit was completely untouchable, but then one name inside the camp was about to take a hard fall: Young Buck. He came in loyal, hungry, and fully locked in, riding 50 Cent's wave straight to the top like everything was set in stone. His debut went platinum, the fans embraced him, and it really looked like the blueprint was working perfectly. So how did it all collapse so quickly? Buck wasn't just another member, he was that energy, the Southern voice bringing raw heat every time he stepped on a track. He linked up with heavy hitters like Ludacris and T.I., kept the momentum going, and gave G-Unit a different sound that expanded the whole movement. For a minute, it even felt like he was one of the most solid pieces in the entire crew. So where did it all start to go wrong? Then out of nowhere, everything flipped. The fallout with 50 Cent turned messy, public, and impossible to ignore.
Don't, bruh. I hate Buck. I hate Young Buck, fam. Buck is, and so we ain't gonna talk about Buck at all, period.
Respect started fading, drama kept stacking, and no matter how hard he tried to clean things up, it just never really stuck. Bankruptcy, controversy, and missed opportunities started following him everywhere like a shadow. But what really made Young Buck lose it all? What if one random phone call changed everything, or even broke it before it fully began? Young Buck was just a kid in Nashville, battling anybody in sight, building a name off pure freestyle energy and raw street buzz. Then one day, he and Lil Jimmy found a Cash Money CD with a number on the back and made a bold move that didn't even feel real. They called pretending they had $5,000 to book a show, and somehow Cash Money actually showed up. But here's the twist. The show never even happened. Instead, Buck ended up face-to-face with Birdman and Lil Wayne. When Birdman told him to spit, Buck went bar for bar with Wayne like it was nothing. So how does a 14-year-old even pull that off? Birdman saw something different instantly and brought Buck to New Orleans, giving him a shot at greatness. Buck dropped out of school and went all in, but Cash Money wasn't the powerhouse yet, and the grind was brutal. The dream was big, but reality hit way harder. So where did it all start going wrong? Imagine grinding for years and nobody ever really hears your music.
You said what?
Take me off the camera.
What's up with you and 50?
Take me off the camera.
What you mean take you off the camera, bro?
Take it off. We don't want to be recorded.
So he said you with trainers, is that
How does that not break you? Young Buck spent nearly 4 years at Cash Money, watching stars like Lil Wayne and Juvenile blow up while he stayed stuck in the background. No releases, no spotlight, just silence. The only proof he was even there was a quick appearance in a music video. So how long can someone stay patient before snapping? By 1999, Buck was done waiting. He walked away, betting on himself with no safety net. But those lost years weren't wasted. He built connections, learned the game, and met people who would later shape his future. Back in Nashville, he dropped an independent album that actually charted and moved thousands of copies. It looked like momentum was finally building. But was it enough to escape his past? Even with music moving, Buck still had ties to the streets until everything turned violent. A home invasion left him shot multiple times, forcing a harsh reality check. That moment changed everything. He cut off the streets and fully locked in on music. Then DJ Paul stepped in, bringing him to Memphis to record, and new doors started opening. But were these opportunities really leading him forward, or just setting him up for another setback? Everything looked like it was lining up, but Buck still struggled to lock in a real deal. Why did every opportunity keep slipping away? His buzz kept growing, and even Birdman came back with another offer. Cash Money looked bigger, richer, untouchable. But after waiting with no contract, that same frustration returned. Was history repeating itself? Then Juvenile pulled him aside and said, "I'm leaving Cash Money, come with me." That moment changed everything. Buck jumped toward UTP, but here's the twist. He never even properly signed the contract. Still, he kept moving like he was part of the team. But how long can you survive in the industry without anything official? I end up having to file for bankruptcy in that situation. The home once owned by Young Buck was later tied to IRS action over back taxes and financial pressure. Then, in 2002, everything shifted when they landed in New York right as 50 Cent was taking over the streets. This is where it almost didn't happen. One small moment that could have changed Buck's entire life. So how did he get 50 Cent's attention? It started on a tour bus with Buck pushing just to connect. When 50 finally showed up, it wasn't even for him. It was for Juvenile. But Buck didn't miss his shot. While 50 was recording, Buck played his music for Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo, and one track hit instantly. Banks rushed it to 50, and just like that, 50 jumped on it. That record became Bloodhound on Get Rich or Die Trying. But was it luck or pure hustle? 50 saw potential but couldn't sign him right away.
Then everything shifted. UTP fell apart, and 50 made the call. $20,000 for the track, a flight to meet Eminem and Dr. Dre, and a G-Unit deal on the table. Buck's big break finally arrived. Everything was clicking. Millions of records sold. G-Unit on top, and Buck rising.
Led to me getting a call again from Baby. This time it was more like, yo, I'm about to start this music group called Headbusters. So I went back and I was there for about a week just sitting around. I started getting that itch again. Like I'd already grown up at that point. I wasn't the same person anymore. That one line changed everything. Suddenly, it wasn't just tension. It was full-on war. So what did 50 do next? Everything just exploded. But what if the drama was never even supposed to blow up right then? That interview where Buck said, "I've never seen a royalty check," wasn't new. It was old footage dropped at the worst possible moment. Then came the fallout, and 50 called into Hot 97 and officially removed Buck from G-Unit. After that, it only got uglier, with public claims, a response track, and everything spilling into the streets. From there, it turned into full collapse. Legal issues, IRS pressure, firearms charges, bankruptcy, and non-stop chaos closing in. Then came the biggest shock. Shots were fired into his car, and Buck survived. But everything changed after that. By 2012, he was sentenced to 18 months in prison, and the IRS began auctioning off his belongings. He did his time, came home in 2013, but returned to silence. No momentum, no music, just questions. Then something unexpected happened behind the scenes, and even old connections started shifting again. G-Unit even reunited on stage in 2014, and for a moment it looked like peace was possible again. But by 2018, everything fell apart once more with tax issues, money disputes, and public embarrassment stacking up again. Then a personal scandal hit, turning things